As we get to benchmark points in time, like the midpoint of the year, I tend to get reflective about a number of things, including our investments. And that's what I'm thinking about today. As I'm recording this, we've just passed the midpoint of 2025. So the midpoint of the year, midpoint of the decade here, and it causes me to reflect and to think about what's gone on and what to maybe expect for the future. And today I'm thinking about investment returns. I'd come across a really great article from Ben Carlson. I know I reference him a lot. We'll put a link in the show notes to this article. It talks about the first part of this decade, basically the first half of the decade, right? And we'll pull up one of the graphics he has on here. And I mean, take a look, and we've all seen this before. The blue bars in this case are the S&P 500 returns for each of the first 5 years of the decade. And then the red dots are the intra-year declines. So between January and December of each of those years, how much the S&P 500 had gone down. And to take a look at this, it is sort of like history repeating itself, but over a 5-year period, right? Look at that. The blue bars, 3 double-digit returns, or 20+% returns, 25% returns, 3 out of 5 years. I mean, that's crazy, right? And then you take a look at those red dots and some significant volatility over that 5-year period as well, right? And so you just take a look in the last 5 years. I mean, you think about that. It's been a pretty, I guess, scary time, right? We had COVID, right? We had political events. We had geopolitical events, world war, wars in the world going on. I mean, all the things that have gone on over the last 5 years. Not surprising, all the volatility, and also kind of not surprising if you're a student of history, the returns that we've seen over that time period, right? One of the things I take a look at here, of course, 2022, the one really bad year, but, 3 out of 5 years plus 25% or more, hey, reversion to the mean, we're going to get something I would expect in the 10%-ish range for stock returns, right? Does that mean at some point it has to come back? Not that I'm afraid of it or worried about it. We're planning for those things, right? But it shouldn't be a surprise when it happens, right? So just really interesting looking at the graphics on there and what's gone on, the volatility and the things just over the last 5 years, right? What a short time frame it really is. And yet we've seen a lot, and hopefully it can be instructive as we think about, the next 5 years, next half of this decade. And one other thing, it's midpoint of the decade, midpoint of the year here. I just wanted to pull up, longtime viewers have seen this a number of times. Same sort of concept, right? Gray bars, S&P 500 returns over the last, 30 or 40 years. Red dots, intra-year declines. And look over on the far right there, 2025 year to date through June 30th. I mean, almost 20% down, right? By almost any definition, experienced a bear market this year. Where are stocks on the year? Plus 5% halfway through the year. What does it mean going forward? I mean, I don't know, right? Maybe more good things happen. Maybe we're set for another downturn. But again, it certainly feels different, right? This time feels different. But in looking at all those red dots as I look, throughout the years, it often feels different. And yet at the same time, it's like, oh, this is really helpful for me to go, yep, we've been here before, right? It felt different in 2022, certainly in 2020 with COVID. It felt different in, 2007, 2008. And yep, and every time it feels like that. But then looking at some of the history can be really helpful in sticking to our plan and having a successful investment experience. So that's what I'm thinking today. I'm, as always, interested in knowing what you're thinking. What comes to mind when you see these charts? How do you view that? What do you think going forward? Drop a comment in the comment box. Let's have a conversation. And as always, thanks for watching.